while performing his duties in Haiti. Kalonzo emphasized that the risks faced by Kenyan officers in Haiti are far greater than those encountered in previous peacekeeping missions, which he said could have serious consequences for Kenyan taxpayers. According to Kalonzo, if the mission continues without clear funding structures, it could cost the country up to 4.5 billion Kenya shillings.
It's a big issue. And in fact, I want to say it should also be audited so far. Audited so that there's transparency. Zile pesa kina Biden walipeana zilitumika vipi na mambo kama haya. Now that is not politics. This is national interest. Huyu kijana Masengeli, I want to suggest when I look at the December, I think maybe the December list of those who should be given national awards, I'll be very shocked. As the first of our soldiers to have fallen on this mission, if he is not given recognition posthumously, I'll be very surprised. I see, because maybe I'm opposition, nikisema haweko hapo wataenda wamtoe, sio? Sitaki wamtoe. I'm just expressing, I'll be very surprised if he is not given posthumous recognition. He's a national hero. Sio tu kijana wa Kajiado Moshisho Udani. We ought to ask your governor to also honor him. Perhaps one of the streets in Kajiado town iitwe kijana Tompoi. Very nice name. Na hapa wanaishi vizuri hawa jamaa. You know, Mheshimiwa former governor, hapa
and the change in policy, the Trump administration upon taking over have cut funding to this mission. We do not know, Maureen, the nature of the policy direction this will take in terms of the strategic advancement of this mission, the future of this mission, and the uncertainty surrounding the funding, the resourcing, and the under-equipment of this mission. So for us, we are perfectly in order to question the future of this mission. Na kuomba ya kwamba if America will have issues in defunding, as the Trump administration looks like is likely to do, then we would not like to see our officers exposed. When the uncertainty about funding is still hanging over their heads, our officers will be exposed if they are underfunded, if they are under-equipped. So this is what we'd like to say today, that if this uncertainty prevails, then we must consider as a nation.
Right, moving on, leaders from the Kenya Union of Post-Primary Education Teachers, that is the COPET, in the Coast region have threatened to organize protest over the delay in payment of health insurance premiums for teachers in the region. Speaking in Mombasa County, the union leaders expressed concern that many teachers have been unable to access healthcare services due to the National Ministry of Health's failure to settle the insurance premiums owed to the health providers. They revealed that over 5,000 COPET members from the Coast region, including several teachers suffering from mental health issues, are facing severe challenges as they have been denied treatment.
They were to give 22 billion towards our medical health care. They gave 11 billion. They had outstanding bills from the previous financial years. So the 11 billion went towards the outstanding bills. The remainder that was not paid, which I'm told was they released another piecemeal last week, 2 months ago, has not even gone anyway to create any working relationship because hospitals are still indebted.
Hiyo tunasema ifanyike haraka iwezekanavyo, maana ni haki yetu. Na kama serikali itaki kutupatia hiyo pesa yetu, basi watupatie our medical cover ambayo ilikuwa kwa payslip. Waturudishie sisi wenyewe binafsi, individually, we can look for our private medical covers so that tupate insurance ambayo inaweza saidia mwalimu. Sio hii ambayo inadurumu mwalimu, walimu wanateseka, mara wanaweka vikwazo, ati lazima wa approve, sijui approval. Sasa approval inakaa mpaka mtu anaweza kufia hospitali.
Right, moving on, National Assembly Budget and Appropriation Committee Chairman Samuel Atandi has reaffirmed his unwavering commitment to ensuring the equitable distribution of national resources across Kenya. Speaking at Siaya Township Secondary School during the disbursement of 40 million Kenya shillings bursaries, Atandi highlighted the critical issue of resource inequality, which he believes has long impacted the welfare and dignity of many Kenyans. Atandi, who is also the Member of Parliament of Alego Songa constituency, emphasized that addressing the disparity in resource allocation remains one of the country's biggest challenges. He pledged to continue advocating for fair distribution to ensure that all regions, regardless of their political or economic status, benefit from public resources.
I am happy that the President has agreed to cede the most powerful committee in Parliament to us and for me to chair. As I promised them when I took over that I would not let them down. The biggest problem we have in the country is equity in sharing of national resources, and I am well aware of the inequality in sharing of national resources, the damage that has caused to the welfare and dignity of our country. And therefore, I'm not going to leave any stone unturned in ensuring that all parts of the country benefit from public resources. That everybody, a Kenyan, must benefit from the public resources that we collect from them. I also would like to say that the country is now headed in the right direction. As I said, most economic fundamentals are telling us that the life in the country is improving. We are seeing inflation rates coming down. Inflation rates, as at last year, were trending at about 6.5%. This month, the inflation rates have come down to 3.5%. The foreign exchange rates, the stability of the dollar has become very stable. It means, therefore, that the cost of importing goods has come down, and therefore, life is getting better. The agricultural production has also improved. Kenya has been able to produce most of their food. This has been achieved because of the subsidies that have been offered to farmers in the area of seeds and also in the area of fertilizers. Therefore, we want to say that we are going to help the President to ensure that the cost of living in the country improves and that Kenyans begin to feel okay. I am also aware that there are advanced plans to be able to sort out the issues of pending bills that has been able to affect contractors and road contracts in the country have stalled. I think in the next two months, we are going to spend about 100 billion in sorting out the contract pending bills in the road sector. All the roads that are also installed in our country here and in our region, we have been able to factor in resources for them, and very soon you are going to see contractors resuming their works, and things are going to get better for us. I want to thank the President of the Republic of Kenya for his commitment to improving our region, and more particularly, helping our people of Siaya. When the President was here, the President made certain promises. I want to confirm that most of those promises have been fulfilled.
Now, a violent confrontation broke out at Kakamega's market, disrupting business activities for a period following a heated altercation between two rival groups led by current chairman Geoffrey Oyolo and former chairman Bernard Oundo. The conflict was sparked when Oyolo's group demolished a kiosk believed to be owned by Oundo, accusing it of selling illegal alcohol, specifically changa. The incident occurred after county officials confiscated illicit changa being sold at the kiosk, leading Oyolo to take action against the business. In a speech to local traders, Oyolo condemned the illegal alcohol trade and reiterated his commitment to eliminating it from the market.
Kibanda cha mtu amejenga analipia kaunti miaka na miaka. Leo kwa sababu mtu alipatikana hapa na makosa akiwa na pombe kibanda na bomolewa. Hii sio kanuni yetu kama wafanyabiashara. Hakunako mahali penye nakubalika kwa sababu mlevi aliingia kwa kibanda cha mtu wabomoe na kumwaga mali yake chini. Hii ni biashara. Sisi kama wakaaji wa Kakamega kwa miaka 17 hii kibanda imekuwa hapa. Ikifanya jua kali ikilipa ushuru kila siku. Hatuwezi kubali hali kama hii itendeke. Sisi wote ni wakaaji, sisi wote ni wafanyabiashara. Tunatafuta bila wengine wanatafuta. Hatuwezi kubali pombe na hatuwezi kubali mtu abomolewe sokoni kama mfanyabiashara. Hiyo ndio maombi yetu. Ya kwamba tuwe na amani sokoni, lakini hakuna pombe itakuja sokoni na kila mtu atafanya biashara.
Ni adarati kwa soko hapana. Lakini kubomolea watu vyote. Wafanyabiashara unafuta bangi ya kusoma. Kuna mtu mwenye kusoma. ya kupiga watu, ya kupiga wamama, bangi, miadarati, na kupiga wamama. Wametuchokesha, wametuchokesha.
Watu watakuwa mapengo hapa. Chang'aa iwezi uzwa hapa, nimekataa. Chang'aa iwezi uzwa hapa. Hapa ni katikati ya soko. Imeisha, chang'aa iwezi uzwa kwa soko wafanye.
Hii sokoni tuko na milango karibu 12 ambazo zinauza chang'aa. But hao viongozi wetu wameconcentrate kwa mtu mmoja. Ben is a former chairman. Yeye kioski yake amepeana kwa tenant. Ule tenant anauza chang'aa. Njia mzuri bila alitoa tenant awangebomoa kioski yake. Cause hiyo style ambao wanaenda si style ambayo sisi tunaweza kubali. Tuko na kioski za county ambazo watu wako ndani na wanauza chang'aa. Lakini hao kama viongozi hawafuatili zile kioski. Wameconcentrate tu kwa mtu mmoja. So hivi tina ambayo sisi tunaona sokoni hii sio issue hata na chang'aa. Hii ni personal. So tunaomba tu county government iingilie, wafanye overhaul, mtu yote ambaye anauza chang'aa katika hii sehemu ya soko atolewe. Then tunaomba issue ya election hii sokoni. Tunaomba election ifanywe kwa haraka sana. Sababu kuna mgawanyiko katika hii sokoni na vikundi mbalimbali. Na itafika mahali watu wa soko wataanza kupigana wakiuana sababu ya uongozi. So tunaomba county government wakuje na structure mzuri ambayo inaweza leta uongozi mzuri na watu wachague mtu ambao wanapenda.
Right, moving on, a state of shock and grief has descended on Shikoti village in Lurambi constituency, Kakamega County, after the lifeless body of a 1.5-year-old child was discovered in a river just a few meters from the family's home. According to the child's parents, Elizabeth Nanjala and Frederick Kutecha, the toddler had been left playing with her friends while her mother attended to church. However, upon her return, the devastating news was broken to her that her daughter had tragically drowned in the river. The child's 7-year-old brother, who had been with her earlier, was reportedly informed by other children that his sister had fallen into the river. The circumstances surrounding how the child fell into the water remain unclear, but the discovery of the body has left the family and the community in shock and mourning.
Nikamwacha hapo hivyo hao watoto, nikateremka nikaenda mkutano. Sasa nilipokuwa narudi, niko ng'ambo hapo hivyo nateremka kwa mtoni, nikaona tena mtoshi wa huyo tushemeji yangu. Sasa msichana anakuja mbio. Sasa alikuwa anakuja mbio, sasa mimi najiuliza na mama mwenye nilikuwa na yeye, tunajiuliza mtu mwenye anakimbia hivi, yani anakimbia, yani kuna shida gani? Sasa mtu fulani alinifikia na akaniambia, akaniita, mam, kimbia. Triana amekufa. Nikamuuliza, Triana amekufa? Na akasema, nikamuuliza, Triana mwenyewe ako wapi? Ati yako nyumbani. Ati wewe kimbia. Nilichipea nguvu. Nilichikaza, nikakuja kweli. Nilifika hapa nje na nikakuta mtoto wangu. Akapo nje amelala na ni kweli amekufa.
Yeye alikuwa mgonjwa. Yeye alipatikana amekufa, kuna mtoni iko hapa. Kama mtoni iko hapa hivi. So mtoto alipatikana amekufia pale. Then kuna mtoto wako hapa. Niko na kijana like 7 years. Yeye alikuwa kwa shule. So wenye walikuwa ni hii rika ndio walikuwa. Hata huyo alikuwepo. Then huyo wenye alikuja akaambiwa sasa na hao wadogo na wale wa brother wangu hapo kwamba huyu mtoto anaitwa Tiamu, huyu marehemu ako kwa maji. So huyo kijana alienda akafika pale akapata mtoto amefanya nini, ako pale. Sasa mmoja yeye hawezi jua kama mtu amekufa ama nini, akamtoa kwa pale kwa maji akamweka nje. Kisha mweka nje akamfanya nini, akaona hata amki tena, akambeba akamleta paka hadi hapa kwa popo. Na kile nilisikia like kuna watoto wengine sio walikuwa pale ng'ambo. Maybe alikuwa anataka kuwafuata ndio akaanguka pale kwa.
Right, quite unfortunate story right there. It is exactly 16 minutes past the top of the hour. That's not. We take a short commercial break here at EBN News at 1 and we'll be back with much more. They were being misappropriated for 2 consecutive years. Francisca Achieng, a woman who has limited mobility and relies on the crawling on to move, explained that her caretaker would transport her from the NFDK office on the motorbike whenever she needed to collect her stipend. However, Achieng reveals that she was charged 1,000 Kenya shillings every day. This arrangement continued for 2 years, with caretaker taking the money under pretense of providing transport and assistance services.
Naitwa Muri Sokoto Yugi. Huyu ni stepmother yangu. Lakini ile kitu nilisikia ikitendeka kwake si mzuri. Serikali nitakane isaidie watu kama hawa kwa sababu ni kilema na mtu ana uwezo anatembea ndiye anakula pesa yake. Nilisikia hiyo nikasikia uchungu sana. Sasa kwa hizo machache serikali chukua hatua ile inatakikana. Juu hata ukiona huyo mama hata uwezi chukua shilingi 10 kwake. Natakana wewe ndio upatie yeye shilingi 10. Hiyo tu ndio niko nayo.
The victim is a stepmother in our family. So whatever is happening now is not good for a community. And that is the reason why I decided to take that responsibility to come and intervene so that she can gain her rights as a disabled. I will request the government to take action so that it can be a lesson for the other so that other people can reclaim theirs as pertaining to whatever is being happening now.
Right, Masinde Muliro University of Science and Technology, through its Department of Optometry and Visual Science, has launched a significant eye screening initiative aimed at early detection and treatment of preventable blindness. The program, which benefits students, staffs, and the wider community, ensures that vision problems are identified and managed in time to prevent further complications. Dr. Julius Rono, the head of the Department of Optometry and Visual Science, emphasized that the initiative, developed in collaboration with specialists and students from MUST, plays a key role in combating preventable blindness. The screening exercise offers early diagnosis, treatment, and prescription of spectacles, which are essential to addressing vision issues before they lead to irreversible damage.
Many people neglect things like full eye examination, but through programs like this that we get to realize the diseases that are in the eye, but they don't manifest that much physically. So at least with such program we can able to manage some conditions that somehow seems very much small or minimal or minute, but perhaps if not checked or if not handled or if not addressed early, might result into maybe a bigger problem later in life.
Macho hii huwa imenisumbua kwa muda. Nimewahi wekewa madawa lakini ikaruti nyuma. Kwa hivyo leo niko na furaha kwa sababu hii madawa yenye nimepewa itanisaidia hata miwani, itanisaidia kusoma Biblia, hata na kuimba.
Macho hii ni karibu miaka 15. Wanaenda hospitali na napewa tu dawa ya kunyunyizika ya kudrop. Lakini kwa saa hii nimekuja nimepewa macho miwani na nimejaribu kuweka, saa hii niko sawa kabisa. Iko sawa, inaona. Na ni karibu miaka 15.
So most of the community members, you find that they had pathologies or diseases that we were capable to prescribe drugs. Most of them had a problem with reading. So you have to give them with reading glasses, and at some point you have to give bifocals because someone needs to look at distance and then use the same spectacles to read.
This training was developed primarily to be able to assist or to screen people from the community at primary level so that early diagnosis of preventable blindness can be diagnosed early in the communities and be able to be treated, and prevention can occur at early stages, and early referral also can be done for those conditions which needs further management. And since the inception of this program in August, a lot of successes have been made, including community service where students have been involved in screening of patients within the region, within Western region, and also in other parts of the country. And many patients have benefited from from the services offered by the department, including prescription of spectacle.
Right, parents and pupils of Vikutsa Primary School in Husa, East Ward, Shinyalu constituency have staged a peaceful demonstration following the closure of their school by health officials. The school was shut down due to lack of proper sanitation facilities and access to clean water, leaving students and teachers stranded as they await further action. The closure comes as the rainy season approaches, raising concerns over sanitation-related diseases which could spread due to the inadequate facilities. Patrick Aluvisia, a member of the school's board, confirmed that the health officers visited the school recently and issued a closure notice, stating that the institution would remain closed until the necessary sanitation improvements and water supply were addressed. Parents and local residents have strongly opposed the closure, blaming a long-standing land dispute that has hindered progress at the school. For over 10 years, the institution has been embroiled in a land tussle, which they believe has delayed the construction of critical infrastructure, including proper toilets and water systems.
Shule ilitembelewa jana na afisa wa afya, na tulipokuwa nao na mwalimu mkuu waliweza kufunga shule. Shule imefungwa na inafungwa kwa ajili ya vyoo, choo ambazo ziko kwa hali mbaya. Na hapo nyuma tumeipewa pesa na Mama Elsie Muhanda, women rep. Pesa hizi tumeziweka katika account, tukafungua account na mwalimu mkuu na board. Hii pesa tulijaribu kuja nayo tuweze kujenga, tukasimamishwa na wanafamilia.
Tumepokea ujumbe wa huzuni ya kwamba shule yetu inafungwa. Hatujui tutapeleka wapi watoto wetu. Na tunasikia pesa zimetoka, mheshimiwa anazijua. Watoto wetu hawana hata mahali pa kwenda kujisaidia. Tunaomba tu mheshimiwa, tafadhali. Watoto wetu wadogo pikipiki zitaokota kwa barabara.
Na tunashangaa mbona tumezaulika. Tukiangalia huu banda tunaona ya kwamba labda ni kezi ya shule ambayo inayofanya huku primary. Tunakuta hata secondary ambayo tuko nayo hapa Vikuza, mheshimiwa ameiacha.
Junior secondary masomo iliyokuja CBC iko na michezo. Shule Vikuza haina mahali pa kuchezea, mahali pa kufanyia hata drama, mahali pa kufanyia hata kila kitu practical hakuna. So tungependa hii shule ikuwe kama shule zingine. Shule haina ua na shule iko na vichaka, shule iko na msitu. Kwa ile nafasi ilikuwa yafaa ikuwe ya kucheza, kuna vichaka na kuna nyasi mrefu. Hata manyoka ziko hapa, kuna nyama za msituni hizi, hata wanafunzi wanaofia mapema kuja sababu ya hizo nyama. So wanafunzi wengi kuanza kucheza, wanatembea tu mahali kidogo kwa madarasa, wanafika tu nje na kurudi ndani. Haya, ukiangalia wanafunzi mazingira yao, vichaka na msitu sio mzuri. Please, watusaidie kama community ya Vikuza.
Watoto hadi wapati nafasi ya kusoma. Juu hadi huko vio ni chache. Wanatoka mmoja baada ya mwingine, hata mwalimu akiwa darasani mtoto ni ngumu kufunza.
Wenye shamba hili hitaji lao ni nini? Na sisi kama community hitaji letu ni nini? Usuluhishe. Wenye shamba wapatiwe haki yao. Na sisi community tupatiwe shule.
Now, the Kenyan government is positioning itself to leverage cruise ship tourism as a key contributor to increasing international arrivals in the coming years. Tourism and Wildlife Cabinet Secretary Rebecca Miano emphasized the potential of cruise tourism in boosting Kenya's global tourism presence. Projections for international arrivals this year are estimated at 3 million, with the numbers expected to rise to 5 million by 2027. Speaking at the Mombasa port, Miano explained that cruise tourism is critical to reaching these targets and enhancing the country's tourism appeal.
When we received yet another cruise ship, the Norwegian Dawn, and now we are here to receive the MV Viking, which is a true testament that cruise tourism is taking shape and Mombasa is becoming the preferred destination for cruise tourism. This is very momentous for us. I have been informed that the visitors today and for the 3 days have a full schedule. They are visiting the beaches, they are visiting some of the parks like Savo, some of them are going to Asini, and it's full of activity. And this is a major boost for our sector. As a government, we are very determined and happy to support the industry. And I want to really congratulate the private sector that have put all this together, the ones that are doing tour operations and other facilitation for the good work that they are doing. We will continue putting policies, legislations, and all the support that the sector needs. Looking at our targets going forward, we are looking forward to 2025, welcoming more than 3 million international visitors, and in the next 2 years, having 5 million visitors annually, which is a very good target. And cruise tourism, because it deals with big figures, will be a critical addition to our numbers. And therefore, we are excited about this development. We want to welcome everyone to Kenya because it is a very good destination. And for Mombasa, Mombasa is our tourism jewel. It contributes, the coastal region contributes to almost 50% of all tourism in this country, and we are here to support. If you look at the last many years, we have not recorded any cases of yellow fever, which is very good. And we don't take health matters lightly. We value health matters, and the government is monitoring to ensure that our visitors are safe.
All right, now let's get sports now. And President William Ruto officially flagged off the 2025 World Rally Championship, that is the WRC Safari Rally in Kenya, in a spectacular ceremony held at the Kenyatta International Conference Center in Nairobi. The event marks the beginning of one of the most anticipated motorsports competition in the world as the rally cars head to super special stage in Kasarani, located 16 kilometers west of Nairobi. The rally then continues to Naivasha for the second stage of the day, which will take place at Mzabibu, a new addition to this year's WRC Safari Rally. After a thrilling day of action, the vehicles will retire for the day, gearing up for the remainder of the competition. The rally will conclude on Sunday with the Wolf Power Stage, a highlight of the event held in Naivasha, known for its rugged terrain and challenging conditions. The Safari Rally Kenya is one of the toughest and most unpredictable motor events on the WRC calendar. The 4-day event is expected to captivate an audience of over 85 million people globally, with more than 100,000 rally fans expected to gather in Naivasha to witness the action firsthand. Right, the WRC are set, and so are we. We bring you first-hand information in matters regarding the event. Of course, that in our subsequent bulletins later on this weekend. Do stay tuned in for that. Of course, it is exactly 36 minutes past the top of the hour. That's not we wrap up our bulletin here at EBN News at 1. More news will come your way in our subsequent bulletins at 4, 7, and 9 p.m. My name is Macharia signing off. Do have yourself a lovely day. Enjoy the rest of your viewing, and as always, let's meet again when God says we do.